If your wee-wee's going ee-ee, have some cranberry.
Does cranberry juice actually help to prevent or treat UTIs? Or is that just some old wives' tale? Welcome back to What the Science, Home Remedy Edition. Let me know in the comments which remedy to tackle next. And now, UTIs are about 50 times as common in adult women as in men, possibly due to having a shorter urethra that's closer to the anus. And while they are pretty easy to treat with antibiotics, for some people that ends up turning into a game of whack-a-mole, where it just keeps coming back. And the problem with antibiotics is that overuse can lead to some pretty scary antibiotic resistance. So I set out to research if grandma's cobbler could actually help. First up, the mechanism. Is there a plausible explanation for why cranberries would help versus a bacterial infection? The answer is yes. Multiple studies have shown that there are some compounds in cranberries that actually help stop bacteria from sticking to the walls of the urethra or the bladder. But wait, there's more. Speaking of antibiotic resistance, researchers from Montreal found that cranberry extract actually makes bacteria more sensitive to antibiotics, both by making the bacterial cell wall more permeable and by interfering with the bacteria's ability to get rid of the antibiotic once it's in the cell. The study's lead author stated, "When we simultaneously treat the bacteria with antibiotic and a cranberry extract, no resistance developed." And I bet the savvy among you are already thinking, all this lab stuff is great, but what about actual outcome data in humans? I got you, my fellow science seekers. Last time I researched this a couple of years ago, I was pretty disappointed. A 2012 meta-analysis of 24 studies concluded that, compared with placebo, water, or no treatment, cranberry products did not significantly reduce the occurrence of symptomatic UTI overall. But a lot of these studies were not very well done, giving us very wide confidence intervals. And, say it with me, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And science moves on. Last week, that 2012 review was updated to include 26 more studies for a total of 50, with almost 9,000 participants. And the results were pretty exciting. Overall, taking cranberry products either in juice or pill form reduced the total risk of UTIs by around 30%. But let's break it down by group. In women with recurring UTIs, it reduced risk by 26%, in children by 54%, and in those with increased UTI risk due to some sort of medical intervention, it lowered risk by 53%. But it didn't seem to help the elderly institutionalized folks, pregnant women, or those with bladder emptying problems. And in the few studies that compared the two, cranberry did way better than probiotics. Final verdict? If UTIs are an issue for you, you can the cran from Gran Gran.